Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode, what is this, 9 of the Cattle-Lackie. It's October, but the second day this time. We got a couple things to do today. Getting an early start because we're going to harvest some soybeans. We've got a couple fields that are ready, and we're still waiting on some of our corn. Right there to the left. Let's get some headlights on here. There we go. So we're going to run down here and connect the harvester to the header and start taking off some beans. A few other things we're going to do today. The cornfield that we harvested. The cornfield that we harvested. That's all done, and I was able to, oh my word. Okay, folks, apparently I didn't get enough coffee here this morning. I was able to begin prepping the field so that we can get it turned over. I did get it limed with interesting results, by the way, more on that in a minute. But I did get it limed. The field is limed and ready to go. And I want to go ahead and get a plow in it today, get it turned over so that we can get some wheat, some winter wheat in to get that started. As you may recall from our last visit, one of the things that I discovered about this map is the crop calendar, and wheat is one of those crops that if you get it in early enough, you have the opportunity potentially to double crop it with soybeans the following summer. So we're going to give that a go and see if we can get one or more of these fields turned over and double cropped. Let me get up in here behind the harvester. We'll connect and get cut in. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and send this thing back to the farm. And go. Okay. Well, I'm recording this on a Tuesday, actually a Tuesday evening, the day that, quite frankly, I should have had an episode published, and I put an announcement out on the, or I made a post this morning indicating that I was not able to get one published in time for my publication schedule. Long story, it's just a simple matter of things like commitments, obligations, activities in the universe conspiring against me. Well, it simply did not allow me to get things done. So I'm recording this now on a Tuesday evening, and I'm hopeful that I will be able to either get it uploaded yet this evening so that we can still have 2 episodes this week, or if worse comes to worse, I will just simply upload this and post it for schedule it for publication on Friday. Again, my apologies to those of you who were expecting or looking for an episode this morning. I know me personally, there are a number of content creators that I follow, and it is a little frustrating at times when you fire up your computer and you're looking forward to the next episode in whatever series it is that they're doing, and you log on only to find out that they were unable to publish for whatever reason. So again, my apologies for that as I ramble on here incessantly. I just want to get the harvester back behind where I know the equipment is going to have to be entering and exiting the field. Although it doesn't matter, we don't have crop destruction on. Still, I don't think we want our auger wagon and our semi sitting on unharvested crops. So, all right, off we go. And just like the just like the corn, we have an opportunity here to get soybean straw, which is pretty interesting. I have to tell you, I think I may go ahead and see about possibly, whoa. I may go ahead and see about possibly picking some of that up. Because it looks to be that those are pretty healthy windrows, and I'm not sure, but I think the price is probably fairly, my word, why are we... It's like we're leaving gaps here. I'm not quite sure what's up with this. Gosh, don't tell me I've got another one of these. So once again, I have a mod installed. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, wow. That's frustrating. See the hill there? Yeah, it's not letting the header play nice. My word. Well, that's disturbing. There, I'm going to have to leave some crop, but I guess as long as I don't try to get all the way up on the edge, I'll be fine. Well, that's irritating. Okay, well. Well, in the grand scheme of things, I'm sure we will not be losing too much. Just get around this corner here, and then I'll let Courseplay go ahead and grab it and take it. So I mentioned that among the things that I want to get done today, getting that other field prepped for its winter wheat crop. In addition to that, we've got a boatload of and I mean a boatload of milk that we need to. Oh my word! Not again. Bear with me. Yeah, folks, I've got the same episode here that I had before with field 103 that we had with 102. Remember, there wasn't enough field margin in between the fields. I anticipated that between these two here, 105 and 106, and I went ahead and fixed it, but that one completely eluded me. Okay, so I'm going to need to hit the pause button here, and I will be back as soon as I have this mess straightened out. All right, I think I've got it straightened out. As you'll notice here, folks, when we look at the map, let me select the field again, so no course. Oh, shoot. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so now we have field 105 selected, but now 103. And while I was at it, I went ahead and did a little smoothing around the edges because I noticed that we were going to have the same problem along this edge here that we had along the road edge. So now that that's out of the way, let's see. Let's do 3 headlands sharp. We don't need much of an overlap. I'm not going to skip any rows. I'm not going to go outside the field margin. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, not too terribly painful. So 13 and a half. Folder. Harvest. 13.5 meters. Save course. 105. Good. There we go. Okay. Now let's get this show on the road. All of my fumbling, bumbling, stumbling, rambling, and technical difficulties. Okay. And it's going to take 4 hours. Well, actually, it's not, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, I had better get the auger wagon over here as well as the grain truck. So, well, speaking of that, speak of the devil. Here we go. Let's get him over to field 105 AW. And, well, I better get him around the corner here. Okay. You're on your way. And we're going to try the new the new case that we bought. The big track 715 was probably like just all manner of overkill. Not to mention it was having difficulty with the pipe. Although I noticed the oddly enough the grain header is not that this is realistic or anything, but the grain header is significantly shorter than the corn header. So yeah, how about that? So hopefully we won't quite have that problem this time. And yes, I know I could have gotten bigger headers. I have the whole honeybee line installed. Those are great headers, by the way. The Airflex headers. And I actually thought about using those, but this particular mod that I have, it's a kick or a knockoff on the oh shoot, what's the brand that has the built-in dolly and the built-in transom to tow it. Yeah, so that's what it is. I like it because it's a no-brainer. I just simply fold it and unfold it and attach it to whatever vehicle I'm towing it with. But here again, I mean, how nice would it be to have one of those honeybee Airflex headers, one of those big, giant 20-some meter headers. Although I think I would run into a problem with any time I've ever used those, I've had to use the class harvesters because I've noticed the John Deeres, none of the John Deeres or the case harvesters that I've ever used have long enough pipes. So those things are kind of useless. But the class harvesters, for whatever reason, you can get a obscenely long pipe. Okay, I'm gonna hold this thing off for now. I don't want to get it parked until we get one full headland around. Let's see here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and shut this bad boy down. Oh no, I'm not going. I don't want to use that feature. I want to use this one. Unload combine. Okay. And I'm going to presume that we are on the correct field. Let's see here. Seems to be. Okay. Don't know if this thing will unload on the headland because of the field margin and all of that nonsense, but hey, we can give it a go. All right, what else? All right, yeah. Let's get our truck parked up and out of the way. So remember I said that harvest is not going to take 4 hours. Well, I'll show you why it's not going to take 4 hours. We spent some more of JD's moldy money. And we have us a brand new 9250. Well, doesn't look brand new because I used it on the corn harvest. And boy, what a difference, 2 of these things running. So I want to buy the same header for this that we currently have. So let's do that, and let's you know what? Let's just make life easy. We're gonna put on store deliveries. Put it right here. First of all, I want to see what we have. It's been a while, been a day or two. I forgot exactly what it is that we do have. Headers. Oh, I still have this old John Deere. So, okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, the Terraflex Draper, 45 foot with transport kit. That's the mod. We need another one of those. All the way down here, we're not going to be in the cheap seats. Terraflex Draper, 40 feet. Terraflex 45. 45 with transport. Yeah, so again, you know, down here, we get into some rather, like here, the Legacy 60 foot, 18.3 meters, in these large honeybees that are 18.3 meters. Yeah, that would be nice to have. And who knows? We might get there yet. I mean, that's what, 5 meters larger than what we've got now. It's pretty sizable. And if you spread it across 2 harvesters, that's 10 meters. So basically almost 2/3 of what we're harvesting with now. Okay, I digress. So where was that thing? Right here. Okay. Curry wind system. Yes, I don't know why I put that on there, but I did. If anybody knows what that actually does in real life, I'd like to know. It's kind of cool. Okay, so we're going to buy that. And it just got delivered miraculously. Great, we're good to go. I'm going to jump in here, see what kind of shape we're in for fuel. Yeah, pretty good. Unpark it. I've got dirty equipment laying all over the place from when we were cutting corn and other things. So at some point today, we need to give some of this equipment a bath and get it cleaned up and get it put to bed. All right. Let's see if we can get this over to the field without incident. And go. All right. Let's, I think maybe we ought to come back over here and check things out and see what we're doing. Whoops. There we go. Oh gosh. Looks like I oopsed. That's funny. See that patch right there? I think when I was widening out the field, I must have flinched with the mouse and left a grass patch. And the combine was nice enough to go right around it. Okay, well, we're looking pretty good here. Except that I know what's going to happen. It's going to fill up on that far side where we have that embankment and that hill. This ought to be fun. Oh well, we'll deal with it. Oh, remember I said I limed our cornfield that we harvested? Well, there it is right there. And yeah, don't ask me what's up with that. We walk over here. It is, as you can see, the pH value is perfect. Doesn't matter where we walk. It's blotchy. It's splotchy. It does not have a lime texture. Yeah, I don't get it, but it says it's perfect. So, hey, I guess we're good to go. This is one of these things where I know Rusty Money Gaming always says, he doesn't like playing on a map or especially doing a series until it has had the opportunity to get at least one update. And I can appreciate that. I think I see that. I see the benefit of that right now because, yeah, I mean, again, I like this map. It's nothing individually or all of it collectively isn't enough for me to want to stop the series and say scrap it and move on. But it is a little irritating. It kind of takes away from the ambiance of the playthrough in the series when you keep running into little things like that. get a lot of mileage between unloads. These combines are, these soybeans don't yield well generally, and because the soil conditions are so poor on these fields, yeah, it's probably really not gonna, we're just not gonna get a lot. Okay, where did my, oh shoot, I sent him to the wrong field. I was going to say he shouldn't have gotten there. The grain truck should have been in the way. Oh well, I'll get him turned around and sent back to the right place. And what I think I'll do is I will allow the harvester that we have on the field now, I'm simply going to allow it to go ahead and clear this out. I'll simply allow it to go ahead and cut the headlands, and as soon as it's done with the headlands, then I will start this one somewhere in the middle of things, so that neither the two shall meet. I know that with Courseplay there is the option to use multiple tools, multiple implements, multiple harvesters, multiple tractors, so on and so forth. But it's been my experience, and others that I've seen do it. I see my friend Crustu do it routinely. Anytime you ever do that, invariably they end up colliding with one another, and it has just seemed to me that the number of times that happens and the amount of work that's involved in untangling them and getting them back on task, just kind of it makes the feature almost pointless. So I just set it up. I set up Courseplay as though I'm using one implement, and then I will just simply start the second implement somewhere at or about the halfway point, and let it continue on from there. It is a little challenging. I did discover when we were harvesting the corn, it is a bit challenging when you only have one auger wagon and you're trying to unload two harvesters. It seems like very rarely are both of them actually ever moving. It seems like one or both of them is full pretty much at any given time. Although again, with the soybeans not yielding well and the generally poor condition of the soil, I expect that we'll do a little bit better getting the soybeans unloaded than we did getting the corn unloaded. All right. Yeah, this is not going to work. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and short circuit a disaster. I'm going to shut this off right now. Fire this up. And we're going to go empty that harvester. This will be the only time we have to deal with this. After this, he should be back on. We should be able to unload on the field, so. I don't need this thing to end up in a drink up here. There's a creek or a ditch or something. And as I said, I did do a little smoothing. Not leveling, mind you, smoothing. So that hopefully the harvester doesn't skip bits like it was doing when I initially started out. Yeah, this is rough. Rougher than a cob. Okay. Needs to be unloaded. Yep. That figures. Yeah, and again, as nice as one of those 18.3 meter headers would be, as you can see with the pipe sticking out there, and that's the longest pipe I can put on this particular harvester, by the way. We'd really we'd be in a pickle. We'd have to disconnect the header every time we wanted to unload the combine. Oh, don't run off on me. Okay, we'll get this unloaded and move on to other things. Wait. We got about, what, 2/3 of the way around, I guess, before needing to be unloaded. So, yeah, this shouldn't be too bad. I apologize for the little cough there, folks. Got a little bit of a tickle. All right. I'm going to go ahead and turn the unload combine feature back on. We should be good to go. And wait for this to, yeah, there's the other combine right up against the back of the grain truck. Okay, well, that's going to continue on to do its thing. So one of the things I want to look at here, oh, you know what we really need to do? Shoot. We need to get that that cornfield that we harvested. We need to get that thing. We need to get a plow in it and get it torn up. Just about every one of these fields needs plowed. I think I've got one that doesn't, so they're all getting plowed. Jump in here. We may as well top up with fuel. Oh, shoot. It's back there. Again, I've got dirty equipment laying all over the place. Need to work on getting some of this cleaned up. I guess it's this fuel tank. It seems to fill relatively slowly, but I suppose that's somewhat realistic. Most of these do not fill quickly, especially with these gigantic pieces of equipment. All right. There's my little invisibility trick again. I don't know. I know that mod pack's a pretty nice mod pack. I'm kind of surprised that hasn't that clipping hasn't been addressed and fixed. All right, hook up to the. If I can back up an articulated. Whoop. Might as well go ahead and send you over to the field 104, I believe it is. Have at it. So we'll get him over there so that we can get the ground tore up and get some wheat in. And there's one more thing we're going to do here. Jump out right here. Oh, where is it? Where did I go with it? What did I do with it? Where is our milk truck? Oh my word, we've got a lot of... let's see what the stats are here. Milk. Ow, ouch. I think we're full of milk. We've got 150,000 liters. Oh man, 100,000 liters of manure. Holy buckets. Yeah, we got a mess. Got to get some of this stuff out of here. Spin around here. I drive over the cow. See, I believe whoa. I believe that I put a course through this barn. Let me see if I did. And I did. Okay. So where are we going with this stuff? Well, first of all, let's take a look at the stats on the animals here. So, oh yeah, we're pegged on milk. Wow, we got to get that out of there. We are out of TMR, 21,000 liters of hay, so we're going to have to make up some food. Straws, we're in need of some straw. Wow. Yeah. What's going on over here? And here again, okay, so yeah, they're definitely eating up and eating down all of this hay. So we just keep doing what we're doing. Mix up one batch of TMR a day, split it essentially 60-40 between the dairy cows and the beef cattle, and let them eat that hay up. Okay, so where am I going with this milk? Let's see. Milk. Sell everything. Yeah, I did put one of those in, didn't I? Although I don't know that I have a waypoint set up for it. Value at all sell points. Farmers market goods. Sell everything. Yeah. That's a lot of money, $229,000. And if you recall, I don't get a I do not get a commission on that. Okay. Yeah, I put down the sell everything container, and I don't have a waypoint for it, which is fine. You know what? We'll just go to farmers market goods. And milk. And we're going to need to do this a few times. I don't know what this thing holds, but buddy, you need to get up and get out of the road. Filling up. And I noticed an interesting little hiccup with this milk truck. Again, just a really, really cool looking truck, and I get it, and I notice when it goes down the road, it like jumps off the ground from time to time. Like, really? Okay. Well, he looks like he's well on his way. 22,000 at a time, so yeah, it's going to take 5. It's going to take about 9 loads, which is what I've got it set for. So, all right, he can just hopefully go and sell and not get tangled up with other traffic or end up in a ditch someplace. And we'll have some milk sold. All right, what else is going on here? My word, excuse me again. My apologies. Okay. I think at this point I can probably go ahead and let this guy go to the yeah, I think I can. So 105 truck park, farm silo, soybean. Soybeans. All right. I want to see just how far he crawls out onto this field. Oh, not too bad. All right. Good deal. Yeah, pH is horrible in this. Well, surprisingly, the nitrogen is, wow, pretty good on this. Well, maybe we will get some decent yield off of this. All right, let me get this out here. Disconnect it. Back up. Reconnect to it. Fold it up. Unfold our harvester. And I think I'm just going to move it over here and get it out of the way for the moment. Oh, one thing I think I can do. Let's go ahead and load the course. So 13.5, 105, load and activate. Whoop. I don't know why I've struggled with Courseplay ever since FS22 came out. I just don't find those menus intuitive. The menus in FS19 I never had a problem with. I always thought that things worked really well, and I could just fly right through them. And these I catch myself having to stop and read what I'm doing. I hope that things are a little less clunky and a little more fluid in FS25. You know what? Just looking at how that combine made its turn, I think I'm going to back up here just a little bit more. You know what? This is a grass field. We can park in here. Yeah, grass looks really good. Growth stage 2 of 3. I suppose I could cut this if we needed to, huh? Oh, well. Wouldn't be my first. What in the world? Why are you moving along? Oh, this is wild. It's like the truck is all of a sudden sliding around. I'm going to reset this thing and see if that's... I probably should have moved the waypoint forward up further. Not sure what's going on here. Okay, well, you know what? Yeah, there it is. You can see it. You can see it sliding. I'll be darned. What is up with that? I wasn't doing that before. Didn't do it on the last field we worked on. Oh, we sold milk. Wow, $28,000 a load. Look at this. Holy crap. I wonder what's going on here. Well, let's see if this thing ends up wrapped around the cab of the semi. Oh boy. Gotta love stuff like this. All right, one last check of things. Okay, our plow has made it to this field. Let's get it set up and get it moving. Hopefully without incident. Okay, no course. 16.7. I'm going to go sharp. Eliminate the overlap. 3 headlands. And we're not going outside the field margin this time because we have a nasty fence. So this is 104. I know this is going to take quite some time to do. It doesn't look all that painful. Okay. See what we've got here. He's probably going to plow into my soybean fields, but that's all right. Yeah, 2 hours and 17 minutes. Yeah, nothing goes quick on these maps. Again, while I take full responsibility for my lack of preparation and not getting an episode ready for the publication this morning, I am coming to appreciate that doing a series like this on these large maps with these large fields, it does consume an inordinate amount of time. I think probably for every hour that you guys see in terms of recorded footage, I probably have, I would say 3 to 4 more that I am working these fields to finish things up, prep things, just so I can get 40 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour's worth of footage out of it. So there's a lot of work in between episodes. And again, I realize that's kind of the nature of the beast when you're dealing with these big fields. And I also realize that it's not going to be the case all the time, right? I mean, this is harvest season. This is real life, by the way. I mean, as I think I mentioned, I live in the Midwest. I live in Northwest Ohio. I'm surrounded by corn and soybeans, and our farmers are getting ready, getting ramped up for the second busy season of the year. The first rush was in the spring, getting all this stuff into the ground, and and now it's going to be time to feverishly work to get it all out of the ground and harvested. That's just the way it goes. And then in between, there's a whole lot of downtime. So I'm kind of anticipating that's how things will go on this series as well. But anyway, so all right, good. This guy's plowing along. I'm going to take a look. Okay, our truck's refilled and headed back to dump or ditch some more milk. Wow, the case has just unloaded the case. Don't look now, folks, but everything seems to be doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. So on that note, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit pause. You folks, or for you folks, it will be a short break, but I will rejoin you when we have made more and significant progress. I'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. I thought I'd jump back in real quick. We're ready to get the second harvester started. The first one has completed the headlands and is working on its up and down rows, and we've got the first semi truckload of soybeans headed to the silo. So let's get this show on the road here. Nearest waypoint and go. Excellent. All right, so making pretty good progress here. All right, quick check on everything. See where we're at. Oh, well, that's useful. Figures I would cut back in just when we have an episode. Oh, no, he's doing okay. All right. Great. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity. Oh, maybe I won't. I'm too slow. I was going to try to grab a screenshot there, but that's okay. We'll find something else that's useful. And he's delivered his soybeans, and we're good to go. Let's see what we've got here. Corn, 514,000 liters. So that was that one field, 514,000. And we have two rather large cornfields left, plus what's left of this one here behind us. So I think we're looking at over 1 million liters of corn. That ought to sell pretty good. And already 83,000 in soybeans. He's headed back to the field. This guy's doing his thing. I've got some cleanup to deal with in the corners, but for the most part, he's looking pretty good. There goes the milk tank, loaded up again. All right. Well, tell you what I think we're going to do, folks. This is really turning into quite the long episode. I think I'm going to wrap things up here. Well, you know what? The first thing I want to do is get a tractor out, though. Get this one out of the way. Yeah, I think we're going to wrap things up. Again, there's a lot going on here in October. We're in the second day of October, which is a great thing, by the way. It's it's payday. So at the end of the day here, we get our monthly salary. But obviously there's a lot going on. We're going to be here for a little while. So, and I'm looking at the recording time. I'm coming up on 50 minutes, and I really don't think I've got that much to edit out of this episode. I think pretty much everything that's in it, I'm willing to just go ahead and let sit. Screw ups and all. But before I leave you, I think we'll mix up some TMR, so that later on in this in-game day, we can feed these cows. Definitely have to come up with a plan to do something with all of this manure that we have. I think we're probably absolutely full. I did put in this extension here, so and I notice it's really starting to fill up. So I have a sneaking suspicion that the storage on the inside's full, and basically so is this. So we've got some, I know there's some opportunity for us to sell it. We're not going to get much for it, but I'm also not interested in spreading all that stuff on the fields either. Slurry, however, that's a different story. I did do that on the grass fields, and I think there's probably a benefit in using it for some of our current field prep. So anyway, let's see. Let's turn on the mixer wagon. There we go. And let's go grab some bales. And if I remember right, it's 3 hay, 2 straw. So let's go ahead and got to find the trigger. There we go. Square bales. I need 2 of those. Excellent. And let's see. Back to the menu again. Start auto load B. I discovered something pretty interesting and unique about this this auto load bale spike. So I was having difficulty. I was messing with the I purchased one for the farmstead, and I was having some difficulty with it. I noticed I could load the first bale, and I couldn't load the second, and then I realized why. If you look up at the menu, the second entry from the bottom, there is kind of like a sliding, looks like a pause button almost. But when you, let me go back to the actual key commands. Well, what is it here? Bales. Oh shoot, I'm not seeing it. You know what? Let me unload these bales real quick. Back up. Oh shoot! It would figure just about the time I figure this out. So anyway, that the R button there, it essentially what it does is it allows you to move the trigger for the bales. You can move it out, you can move it in. And for whatever reason, I can't seem to move it, or I can't seem to show you. The visual won't activate here, but but it actually can move out or in. So if it's too close to the bale spike, it simply won't load. Once you get one on there, you almost have to lift it up above it to be able to load the second bale. So all you have to do then is slide that trigger out, and then all of a sudden it loads. Yeah, thought I was going to show you something cool. As usual. Okay. Let's go grab our hay. Like I said, we'll get this mixed up, and then I think we're going to call it a day. Or at least an episode. Not going to call it a day yet. Still got plenty of day left, and a lot of work to do. All right, 8,000 liters. We need, whoop. I need 3 of those. Perfect. Get these dropped in, go grab some silage. That we do have an abundance of at this point. Our fermenting silos are working overtime. I think we can go ahead and put this thing away. We're probably not going to be needing it for a little while anyway. No sense having it sit out here where a vehicle can run into it. Candidly, I'm surprised between the grain truck running back and forth to the silo and the milk truck running back and forth to the milk tank. Yeah, we're just, it's I'm sure it's only a matter of time before the two manage to run into each other. Take a shortcut through the barn here. All right. Get those two that are red into the green, and we should be good to go. And there we go. TMR. Maybe we'll get this thing up here out of the way. I don't quite want to give it to him yet. I'd like to wait until we're a little bit later in the day. They're working on that hay right now, and I would like to see that get dwindled down a little bit. So I think what we'll do is we'll just park this thing right here, and we'll jump back on over, take one last look at everything. Oh wow, yeah, there you go. We almost got in the milk truck's way. Didn't miss it by much. Speaking of which, take a look at this, folks. $196,000 in sold milk. Yeah, and I think there's still a good bit left in there yet. All right, harvesting right along on both counts. And there's our sliding trailer again. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, folks, I think we're going to leave it be right there. Very likely we will pick up right about where we left off next time. As always, I want to thank all of you for joining me today. I want to thank all of you for your continued support, continued encouragement. If you liked what you saw here today, by all means, let me know. Hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. If you didn't like what you saw here today, well, I'd appreciate knowing that too. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what I can do to improve or what you'd like to see. And as always, if you are not subscribed, I would like to ask you to consider doing so, as it would help me out and it would help out my channel. Again, thanks so much, everybody, and have a great day.